I join my faith to your faith. I declare that by your confession, you will never be a widow. You will never be a widower.
Praise Centre has been like another school for me. There are a lot of things I didn't learn in Bible school and I had to learn here. And one of the major things I had to learn was to learn patience. Because there are different characters, there are different challenges that we needed patience and wisdom to be able to handle it. So I have learned patience. I've learned how to tolerate people. I've learned to depend on God for the wisdom of God to manage, crisis situations. Because coming to Praise Centre, the way you have a sitting bishop that's been there for 14 years, then you come, he's still there. His loyalists are there. His fans are there. People who are sympathetic are there. So it was a very challenging situation. So every day we had to believe God for wisdom, how to manage the situation. New Warri bishopric. I knew that I had to open up the space because we had 11 churches, as at that time 11. And some of them were names. They gave, for instance, Najakat was part of the 11, but there was no church in Najakat. Ubeji, like 20 branches, is a provincial headquarters. New Layout branch was in a primary school, Bacha, like that. And district. So I just told myself, look, we had to do things differently. So we had to, Obeji Church as we built, we gave them a 100 kVA generator. And then we had to move the New Layout church from where it was, got a land built. And then Ideshaba, we needed to start a church around that area. We actually started from a hall. We rented a hall, paid about 1.2 million. The following year I said, no, to pay the same amount, no, we won't pay. Let's start looking for a place. And God helped us, gave us a property, which we bought for about 8.5 million. Had to restructure it into a beautiful church. And went to Kokoko, we did the same thing, bought a property for about 9 million, 2 million, started the church. So we tried to open the space. We're also blessed to have the Ulu as a member of our church. So we had to start a church in his palace. He graciously supported us. We had to buy instruments for over 4 million to start our church. So in all, and then we told ourselves from Runabout till Saple Runabout, we want to have churches in all the villages there. And by the grace of God, today we have churches in about 7-8 villages. With most of them have their land. Najakat, we got a property. I went to dedicate Reverend Akpom, lay a foundation for him. And then he had another land by the side, and I said, look, God needs this land. And he graciously gave us the land. Men built the place. And today we have a church in Najakat. So that was the strategy we're using. We start a church, we buy a property for them, and then the men go to build. So from 11 churches, we grew to 58. From 11, 58 branches. So we had to recommend that another zone be created out of us. So Warri Zone 3 was created, and then we had to give out 2 of our provinces to start that, and some districts and churches to start that zone. It still did not deplete us. But right now we have about 6 provinces again, and we have about 58 churches, about almost 60 churches. So I think that God accepts us. Today, Church of God Mission in Warri is a household name. Praise Centre is a household name. People come to Praise Centre to come and look But I spoke with Papa Ayo and he said he didn't believe that anybody can transform Praise Centre the way I did. Diolu came here and he was like, is this the church I pastored for 9 years? Praise Centre has become like a wonder for many that didn't believe that we could be where we are. So God has been faithful to us in every side. We've added to the buses we met on ground. We met 2, we sold 1 because it was giving a lot of problem. We got 2 new coaster buses and then another 18-seater bus. So far, I think the Lord has been so faithful. We have had weddings, like I said, we have several weddings. We have lost count of the weddings we have had. We have had baby dedications, even some. We have one right now that we have not even dedicated yet, that they've been trusting God for a child. I remember one Sunday service, I was just going out and I met our deaconess with a daughter. And I asked the daughter, I said, what do you want God to do for you? He said, I want God to give me another baby. My mother should have another baby. So I just held her hand and I prayed for her. And this year, God gave them twins. Awesome. So a lot of testimonies. We have so many testimonies that God has been very faithful to us.
Because when you honor your father and he makes pronouncement over your life, you go far in life than somebody who has no father that is speaking over his life.
I came to church and I said, in 6 months we are building a bishop court. We didn't have the money, we didn't have the land, but I believe that this is possible. So I set up a committee. They asked me whether we have the money. If we have money, we can build in 6 months. I said, I didn't have the money, but I have God. God helped us, we got the land. In 5 months, the bishop court is ready. I'm not sure any bishop in any of our churches have that kind of bishop's court. The bishop court is sitting on a 3+ of land. It's a 2-story with prayer tower, 6 bedrooms on all fronts. God has been faithful. From Praise Centre, we supported the opening of a church in Sweden. So we have a church in Sweden under Praise Centre. We have a church in Ghana. We have bought them a property. We supported buying a property for them. So we have a second church in Ghana. We have another church in South Africa, a second church in Ghana, in South Africa that we also helped to open. We have a church in Ife. We just bought them a property. And the church is doing well. Pastor Tega is there doing wonderfully well. We bought a property for them, over 6 million plus. You know, in all, God has been very, very good, faithful to us. We have so many lives that have been transformed. I like to spot our talents. And when I see people that are talented or people that have the call of God upon their lives, God accepts us to be able to bring out a lot of them. In fact, there are so many that were sitting in Praise Centre that we had to send them out. And today all of them are doing very well. When I came here, like our present international youth director was just a member in the church sitting down. You know, but I saw something in him, so I had to open a branch for him. We opened a branch, beautiful branch along the airport road, and sent him there. From there, he did assembly well. Today he's a national presbyter. He's a national presbyter, and he's our national international youth director. So he's one of them. I met Reverend Mama here. Even though he was a pastor, he was not even recognized in Church of God Mission. He was just working. Today he's a zonal coordinator. Reverend Ukpe, I met him here. Today he's a national presbyter. Chicha is now is a zonal coordinator. Reverend Ruby is now a zonal coordinator. So I've met so many people that today God has used me to lift them up. We have people like Reverend Ohis that were just in the church. Today he's a pastor. He's also our youth pastor, doing very, very well, that we are proud of. So many of them, so many we can go on and count, so many that God has touched and have affected their lives through our ministry. I want to thank God for Warri. Wow. Warri accepted us. We found so much acceptance in Warri. I want to thank God for Bishop Kingsley and Ahiri. In fact, those days, I didn't even know I would know him or get close to him. When I'm passing to Port Harcourt, I used to admire his church a lot. Beautiful church. But by coming to Warri, God brought us together very, very close and worked together very close. And he gave me a lot of privileges and a lot of opportunities. And I want to say thank you to him, to Papa Ayo. It was amazing. Papa Ayo, anywhere he's preaching, if you see me there, you have to stop and start introducing me and talk about me. I found so much acceptance. Papa Simeon Oka, he took me like one of his pastors, that every time I go to that church, they treat me so specially. So I was so much received in Warri.
Start thinking right. Every day you wake up, the word of God has gone ahead of you. It's our year of fruitfulness. It's our year of increase. Start thinking that way. Even though I am on the floor now, but this is not how I'll end the year. Weeping may endure for the night, but joy comes.
Well, I want to say to every member of Praise Centre that they have supported me for 11 years. Like I've always said, that Praise Centre is a church that I would like to pastor over and over again. But the Bible says that to everything there is a time and there is a season. I believe that this is the season that I need to move on to another assignment. And I want to say the same support they gave me, they should give it to Bishop Asuquo. They should give him all the support. Lift his hands up. Because if they didn't give me support, we won't be where we are today. And I believe that if they give him the same support, the church will do better than we have done. That's my prayer. That every time I hear about Praise Centre, I hear about New Warri Bishopric, it should be doing better than we met it. And it should be better than we left it. We didn't meet Praise Centre or New Warri Bishopric the way we are living it. We are living here very happy that God helped us. Like I told somebody, I said, look, we're just ordinary people that God has marvelously helped. And he has helped us, and I believe that God will help him too. And I want to say to everybody, Bishop Asuquo is a good man. I have known him for so many years. I'm not afraid to hand over to Bishop Asuquo because I know his capacity. I know what he can do. I know that I followed him up because I taught him in a Bible school. I have worked with him closely. I was the dean of students. I was a chaplain, so we worked. He was the worship leader, a worship prefect that time, and he became senior prefect. So we worked closely. So I've known him, and all the churches he has pastored, I followed him closely. And every church he has pastored, he leaves a footprint there. We have never gone to any church, Bishop Asuquo pastor, to go and settle crisis or settle any quarrel. They should love him the way they love me. I know Praise Centre love me. I know they have supported me in everything that I want to do. I want them to support him the same way or even more. If they gave me 50%, they should give me 100%. So lift his hands up. If they gave me 100, they should give me 150. Support him in every way to make sure that this church can only go up and not come down. And my prayer is that even in the lives of the people in the church, there will be transformations that will be amazing more than ever before. God will use me. So, you see, one thing that we should know is that we are instruments in the hands of God. Nobody has any power to do anything. We are all men that God helps. And the same God who brought me and did what he did through me has brought Bishop Asuquo. Bishop Asuquo didn't send himself, God sent him. Even though our mama had to speak or write a letter, it is not mama, it is God. And they should see him as a gift that God has sent to him. A gift will not profit you if you didn't value the gift. So he's coming as a gift that we need to value, to allow the grace of God in his life to be a blessing to us. I trust that Praise Center will do better, 100% better than what we have done.
Bishop Asuquo Akpan-Ekpo hails from Atan in Sit-in-Biom local government area in Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria. He holds a bachelor degree in banking and finance from the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, and also a diploma in Bible and ministry from the All Nations for Christ Bible Institute. Bishop Asuquo Akpan-Ekpo was called into ministry in 1994. He has served in several pastoral positions in Church of God Mission International, with his first pastoral position at Church of God Mission, Afaha Ofyong, in January 1998. In 2007, due to his diligence, productivity, and commitment to the ministry, he was made a provincial presbyter of the new Rumu Ekrekom province in Port Harcourt, Rivers State, where he opened branches, secured lands, commenced the reconstruction of the new provincial headquarters ultramodern church building and office complex, and the children church. In 2014, he was transferred to Asaba Zone 1 as the zonal coordinator, and then to Warri Zone 1, Ijiri, in 2018. In 2020, he was moved yet again to Kubwa Zone in Abuja, where tremendous and significant changes were seen and established in the various areas and the lives of the people. Bishop Asuquo was consecrated as a bishop in Church of God Mission International at the CGMi Mega Convention that held in August 2021, which automatically upgraded Kubwa Zone to become Kubwa Bishopric, Abuja. He is currently serving as a member of the College of Bishops and has just been reassigned by the Archbishop, Margaret Benson Idahosa, to take up responsibility as the Bishop of New Warri Bishopric, effective from February 2022. Bishop Asuquo Akpan-Ekpo is happily married to Reverend Mrs. Uduak Akpan-Ekpo, a foreign language graduate from the University of Uyo, an entrepreneur, a fashion designer, and minister of the gospel with a passion for women and girl-child empowerment. They are blessed with two adorable children, Miss Abba Senam and Master Covenant. With Jesus' joy and a resounding ovation, let's receive the senior pastor of Praise Centre and Bishop of New Warri Bishopric, Bishop Asuquo Akpan-Ekpo.